Update the graphics card drive.
Never done that once. Imagine.
Yeah, he hadn't even logged into the app where you do that.
The nerds will be smashing their keyboards, and dashing their mouses out their windows. I've never updated the graphics card once.
No.
Crazy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video, and we're back home. I know I've been taking you guys all over the place. Different studio here, studio there. We've come home. We've come home, and there's no better person to bring to the channel on a day like today with a game like this on Sunday. You know him. You love him. He's Lawless. He is Dan Lawless, brother.
Man, good. Listen, good to see you again in person, being in the studio. Now, this is a proper studio with no problems like the last time we was in the studio together.
My God, that was tough. That was tough.
That was stress, man.
How are you, man? It's a pleasure to have you at my home now. This is good. We've done a preview playing pool.
Yeah.
And now we're relaxed, chilled.
We're
end of the
chilled.
season. No stress, no pressure. No expectations.
Yeah, because look, the way I see it is this game is a battle for 8th place. Like that's how it is.
Is that how you see it?
I don't think either of us are getting Europe. I know like the points, everything's still close.
Yeah.
You've got them games in hand or extra, but I can't see either of us getting like 7th or 6th. So
it's been a good week though, especially for you, because I see you in the group chat for the Mid6ix. Rattling Tobs, bringing him back down to earth.
Yes, he took the bait on the Mid6ix on the first episode, I think it was. He was all in the chat laughing. This is where you belong on Mid6ix, and I'm like, all right, if you lose to Chelsea, come on Mid6ix. He's like, agreed, got him. And listen, your boys did what they needed to do.
They handled business, and we needed to bounce back because the derby defeats are gruesome. Like, they stick in your head if you don't come out there with at least some respect, some self-respect, and at least some points. So we had to bounce back. And now there's another derby day as well. On London Clubs Carnage, this would be a right week.
Yeah, it would be crazy. Yeah, with the North London derby, then you and Tobes.
Can you imagine?
It would
Pots would be popping off.
Yeah, his chest would fully be out.
Yeah, but we will do one at the end of the season, people. I know you miss it. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll do it in studio, not here, because I don't think I can seat 4 people. I do have 4 chairs though. And I could put 4 mics into this. I just don't. Tobes is quite a big, muscular guy. I don't really know where I'd put that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have him on the bar stool just over there, far away without his aggression. But yeah, man, listen, I'm looking forward to recording at the end of the season. But how are you feeling now? Like, with just in general coming to the game, like, are you still pumped for games, or are you just ready for the season to kind of peter out now? Because I want to know what kind of mentality we're getting from your side. Are you going to just let us get some points and go, or you coming for something?
See, I am ready for the season to be done, but the fact that it is Chelsea, is a London derby, and we are so close in the table, and I do like all we have to play for is finishing above Chelsea. That's all we have, and I want that. I want that again. We finished above you last season, back-to-back seasons, finishing above Chelsea. So to me, it's kind of sad, but it's something.
I didn't want to say it.
It's something.
Bro, even when people say this to me, they're like, oh, I bet you finish above United, you're going to rub it in. I'm like, is this what we've come to? Like, Man United, no disrespect, but much disrespect at the same time. It's not an achievement to finish above a Man United team that you can see is not playing well. Of course, it should be mandatory based upon what I'm watching, and it is a disgrace to be behind them, but I'm not going to celebrate if we finish in front of them. I celebrate trophies. We celebrate trophies.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
After that Conference League, you can say shit like that. Like, yo.
You know what? I've got other fans that want us to finish above Chelsea. I had Guna Lee messaging me going, finishing above, come on, you need to do it. You need to do it. Please finish above
I'm
Chelsea.
realizing Guna Lee is someone I need to capture. He is just roaming around the roads saying all sorts of things. I've never come into contact for, I don't know how long it's been since I've seen him, but he said some things about Cole Palmer too. I'm watching you in the metaverse, brother.
He rates Gallagher but not Cole Palmer.
Okay. So he's a troll.
Yeah.
It's mad. But so finishing above Chelsea.
It's just all we have. That's all I can
No,
you
have Europe to fight for. You don't think you're...
the teams above us, Man United, Newcastle, they have a game in hand.
Yeah.
we've got
gonna get the
Chelsea,
table up.
Luton, and then Man City.
Yeah.
Luton and Chelsea are the only games we can hope to get any points from. So I max us out at 6 points because Man City is a write-off.
Yeah.
6 points is the most we can get. That's not enough because if we win them 2 games, like I said, all Newcastle probably need like winning a draw. Maybe that's the same for Man United.
So the table as it stands, you guys are 2 points behind us on 49, 151, and we got a game in hand.
Yeah.
So if we beat you, that should now stop any of this chit chat about finishing above us.
Yeah.
And it probably end your European hopes, I would assume.
It would like we did with Liverpool's title hopes, put the final nail in the coffin. Do you know what I mean? It's the final. Like there's little hope.
I see how you have been operating for many years, which is dunk on your rivals. If you're not totally happy with your own situation, make sure that they're also unhappy too.
Exactly.
I've taken quite a lot of pleasure out of such things this season.
Misery loves company.
Indeed.
That's what they say.
Indeed.
So that's what I'm looking at. So listen, I'm telling you, there is no way we're getting a point off of Man City.
No.
If we do,
then you've literally hit the self-destruct button on London because you'll be giving Arsenal the title. So don't do that.
Exactly. No, I don't want to see that. So
see, Arsenal fans, you need to actually be paying attention because it ain't just Tobes and Tottenham. It's Lawless and West Ham that you need to also be worried about because they're not also they're not playing around.
They're begging us to do them a favor. It's like if it was in my hands, I wouldn't do you a favor. But don't be hope. We're not doing anything against these. So Chelsea and Luton are the only winnable games we have left. So like I said, 6 points is the most we can get.
Okay.
For the rest of the season. So that's why we have to win. We had that Palace disaster. Then Liverpool became a must-win game.
Yeah,
we got a point. We need to win, man.
You need to come to the bridge and win.
We need to come to the bridge.
Well, you've got games, you've got days in hand on us in terms of recovery and tactical setup. Like, are you? Because you're gonna low block it.
Probably.
You're gonna go on the transition and you're gonna play for set pieces as well. I do always, even though we got a clean sheet in the last game and Romero still had a few chances, and obviously against Arsenal he had a hat-trick of chances, but set pieces is always a concern for me. And you guys with Zuma, is Bonner going to play?
Souček. Souček.
Ward-Prowse, I don't know. Touch and go.
Touch and go, yeah.
His delivery is there.
Yeah, he was on the bench for Liverpool. I think that was just because we've got Alvarez. That'll probably be Alvarez and Souček. That was the midfield that he went for.
And then Antonio as well.
Yeah, Antonio is going to be, he's obviously an aerial threat. So that's going to be.
He shook up Colwell in the previous encounter,
Yeah, that was a game. That was a game.
You enjoy it?
Yeah. That was good, man.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it feels like it's not even in the same season. That's how long ago it feels.
It does. It's true. Yeah.
But yeah, like the way I look at this game, like I said, you played the London Derby Thursday, so we should have more energy. We should be more up for it, more fight. Like we had this excuse when we got battered by Palace that we played Leverkusen a few days before, so they had the full rest. I'm not hearing any excuses.
Yeah,
we need to be first to every second ball.
Right.
That's what I want to see from us.
I hear that. It's a London derby, and we've almost got to come with the same mindset that we had against Tottenham, which is unified. Like you said, the commitment. Poch always speaks about commitment and putting in 100%. And I don't know if he was sending digs to other players who have maybe not done that in previous weeks or have not been available to play in these games. We basically are down to a bare bones of 11 players and then a bench of academy players. I don't know if you saw what we were putting up against Tottenham, but the bench was literally just AIs, they say, or it was Football Manager with no faces. Do you know what I mean? No face, no case. But to be honest, I'm still confident to a degree. I don't know. I don't want to get into a false sense of security with you because I feel like you have the capability and capacity to cause problems. Like just West Ham, as much as you guys want Moyes to, I know a lot of you want Moyes to go at the end of the season. He'll go out respectfully, which I think is the right way. I don't think he deserved to be sacked because you are still in a good position for the fact that you're playing European football and juggling that and whatnot. Yeah, however, it's time.
Yeah, his contract's up.
Yeah, it's time.
End of season.
Yeah.
I think him going respectfully depends on how the season goes. Like if they announce it before the Luton game, right, and say, okay, this is his last game.
They should, right?
They should. That's the smart thing because then whatever happens in that game, people know it's his last game, so they're not going to get on him. So if we lose to Luton, but everyone knows he's going, people go, all right, fair play for him. If they don't announce it and we lose to Luton, he's going to get slated and that will be his last home game. So It's all about how you handle it. So yeah, listen, you know, we could get a new manager. Listen, I'm not happy with these Lopetegui talks. That's not good.
Loba spaghetti.
But if you guys really are, you know, ungrateful to Pochettino, I will take him off your hands.
This is the guy, people, that was saying not so long ago that Thomas Tuchel would be a great manager at West Ham.
He would,
be a
though.
great.
Is it wrong?
It was wrong. It was wrong to put West Ham and Thomas Tuchel in the same sentence. It was wrong. Yes.
Do you know what?
It was wrong.
Just the other day, I see us links with. I was like, but do you know what? I don't even care about anything else, but just throwing it in your face, getting that clip where you were so outraged.
Oh, if he went there, more than happy to take all the L's and dunked on. It's just never going to happen. This guy's a European champion.
Yeah.
Big PSG, Chelsea. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You could keep dreaming.
Yeah.
Pochettino, he likes London quite clearly. I think that would rattle Tobes to the nth degree.
Oh, yeah. Because there's many videos on London Cubs cards. He was like, Poch would never go West Ham. Never. He said he'd never go Chelsea, and he did. So, yeah, but listen, I think Poch, I can understand dissatisfaction with Chelsea fans, but I think it's premature, like the Poch out business.
Yeah, talk to me. Like, what's your opinion on that? Because he's playing with fire at the moment in the pressers. He's talking about his job is not safe. Your managers, obviously, at this point, we know what's going to happen. So you guys know that you're going for a new manager. But we are still in limbo. We don't know what's going to happen. It maybe depends on the last few games. You think it's premature for Chelsea fans to want him gone? You think he needs to be given more time? Because he's been calling for more time.
Yeah, of course. And that's the thing. Like, if you want to go down the project route, then you have to have patience for the project. I'm not saying trust the process, because that phrase makes me feel ill.
Same.
Just because of this association. But yeah, like, you know, you got to have that patience for a project. And obviously, you're a very young squad.
Yeah.
And you've brought him in because he's good at working with young players. But that doesn't happen overnight. Of course, Chelsea, based on where you've been in the past, you shouldn't be mid-table, right? But all managers, like, I think they need that first. You've got to give them a grace period, unless it's disastrous. Like, I felt there was a bit of impatience with Potter, but I understood it in the end.
Okay.
I thought his position was got untenable to a point. So I kind of understand it, even though it would have been interesting to see what he'd done with another season. But I think Poch, obviously the Spurs links don't help him. Do you know what
That's not even my problem. Like when he first, I wanted him in, so I didn't really care about the Spurs links because he didn't win anything at Spurs. I just saw it as an opportunity to then win something at Chelsea and get one over Spurs as well. I just saw that as a plus, if anything, because I'm just going to just piss off all of that fan base. But in terms of like Poch, it was always about how is he going to develop the young players, because he's got a track record. How is he going to hopefully improve the fitness of the team, because there's a big thing with him and fitness and the Gangan test and Jesus Perez and Sebastian Pochettino and those guys really obviously wanting guys to cover the yards and cover the ground. Our injury record has been shocking this season. Not saying it's down to him, because again, he came out punching with that and saying, don't know what they're talking about on social media, but that's got nothing to do with me. But I don't know who it's down to, but it's down to someone or some people, you know, maybe a combination of many people in the club. My thing with him was always develop the young players, bring a calmness and a stability to the club. He's only got a 2-year deal, and get us back into European places. I wanted Champions League. However, with the context of the amount of injuries we've had, I think asking for Champions League this season was just too much. If we had everybody fit, and I think like Lavia and Cuckoo, James, Fofana, then I think the squad, like, it's not out of reach with no
Where
Europe.
did you finish last season, though? Was it like...
It was 12th.
12th,
yeah. So it's too much of a jump, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you spend $1 billion, you do as a fan think, well, asking for any less with no Europe is kind of like a bit disrespectful.
No, it's true.
All these other clubs here, you know, they're going for it. So why shouldn't we?
I think it's unfair to put the weight of that billion on
without
Pep
saying
Poch's
what was it
shoulders.
spent on.
Yeah,
And he didn't spend it. Yeah, I've said that a lot.
That's because I think your ownership needs a lot of questions asked. And now you're in this situation of you're having to try and sell hotels, and, you know, are you valuing the hotels too expensive? You're trying to do all of this madness to try and keep your head above water of this profit and sustainability FFP.
Yeah.
There's red flags there for how the club's being run. And that's where I think not enough attention from the fans, because, and that's the thing, like, you're an owner, as long as you're spending money, most fans, they're going to be happy. Like, yeah, you're ambitious. You're
It's hard not to get a dopamine when you sign Caicedo, Enzo off Liverpool,
Yeah.
Sorry, Lavia off Liverpool as well. Like we get amongst that trio transfer battle and win it.
Yeah.
People are going to be gassed.
But this is what I've always said about West Ham, and I think Man United are starting to do it now, is just get someone in place that can oversee the football side, that's a football person, have a plan for a style of play and a project that goes down through from the first team to the youth team, and bring in players that fit that and bring in a manager that fits that. So when you need to sack the manager, you bring in another manager that fit, and there's not this big rebuild. Or
basically
restart.
what Brighton do, to a degree,
And that's the thing. Whereas now it's like you have to go from, Conte, Lampard, Tuchel, Potter,
different philosophies.
all these different philosophies, and like the players that you've bought, all good names, but I don't see an identity that you're trying to build, like what you're trying to be. So, and that comes from the top.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
agree with
hard.
that, because when you look at the midfield, and you guys have struggled with this, I guess, a bit of an identity crisis, because you've bought in Pochettino, you've bought in Kudus, you've bought in technically gifted players, but at the same time, you're still very much reliant on maybe a Souček from a set piece or an Antonio direct ball, and the clash of styles between what Moyes wants to do and what the recruitment is. Because I remember you guys being linked with Maguire and McTominay and thinking, if that's not Moyes, I don't know what is. Like, that is literally Moyes 2.0. Fellaini's at Everton and whatnot. But then there is this West Ham way that you've spoken about, which is playing with those more technical players. And it's similar to us, where we buy Enzo and Caicedo, which tells me we want to be a ball-dominant team, but then we play with this directness, which helps us create more chances because we don't wait for the defensive block to settle, but it doesn't suit maybe them to be up and down like Szoboszlai's and Jordan Henderson's and Wijnaldum's at Liverpool's, and Poch is playing that similar kind of rock and roll game. So you're right, the recruitment doesn't line up with what's going on.
And I think that's a massive problem, and you've got to, and I feel like you massively need like a clinical, whether you call it a striker or false nine or whatever you want to play with. Like,
would you still be interested in Amando Broja by any chance?
I've soured on him. Like, I was really hot on him. Yeah, I'm like,
because I've got a deal for you.
Yeah, do you know what? Listen, I don't know about any of these Chelsea deals that you guys.
We've done business. No, we've done good business. Zuma, you happy with that one?
Yep.
Emerson Palmieri, happy with that?
Very happy.
Very happy, aren't you? So let's do more business.
Unfortunately,
I could do you a good price.
Unfortunately, Moyes is leaving, and that's Moyes' boy. Like, that's who Moyes really had his heart set on.
You need an Antonio replacement,
Yeah, we are going to need a replacement. I think he's coming out of contract.
Do you like Dacio Fofana on loan? Do you like what you saw at Burnley? You do like company.
Yeah, I
maybe
like
both.
Company. Yeah. Listen, what's this? 2 for 1?
2 for 1?
Yeah, 2 for 1 special. Yeah, do you know what I was thinking of this? I don't know if there's anyone I would take from Chelsea that you would be willing to
give.
Do you know what? And I think Gallagher is overhated.
Do you know who's West Ham is Disassi? Dissassi's so West Ham.
Listen,
I can see that.
We're trying to go in a new vision, a new direction. Yeah, but I would be open to taking Gallagher for the right price, because I think Chelsea fans overhate him. I think he's
actually a really nice, humble kid, it seems.
Yeah.
Who's just like kind of been propelled into the symbol of Cobham and the kind of representation of homegrown talent. Obviously, he's been given the captaincy, he's been given the importance from the manager, but I don't see the same ego or the same kind of circus around him that we've seen previously. So, like, we had a lot of back and forth with negotiations with Mount, but we didn't really have much here with Gallagher. It's just been, there is no contract on the table. So I see him as a squad player, but I also see this season the improvement, and I don't mind him playing as long as he's playing well, and it makes sense.
I got captain vibes from him as well. Way he handled that penalty situation.
Yes, like, I was happy with that as well.
Palmer,
Yeah,
like, he stepped up.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I thought he handled it well. So he's got them leadership capabilities. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really like, and it's not to say that you haven't got good players, but it's just when I say I'm not taking certain players from Chelsea, doesn't mean they're crazy. When you took out what wages they're on, what prices you would ask for certain players, I'm not sitting there like rubbing my hands together going, oh yeah, this player is probably surplus the requirements at Chelsea, so I want to take him, because it's going to be like the value I don't think is there. So yeah, I don't see that for us is sitting there going for only Chelsea players. Although, like I said, if Gallagher's there, I can see a few clubs going in for Gallagher.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. You guys have got Kudus on the left, it seems, quite a lot recently. Or is it Piquet Paqueta.
Paqueta was on the left for a good part of the season. Now he's like playing centrally.
Because I don't like Kudus on the left.
No.
And we're gonna play. I think Gilchrist is gonna play. Our team's really obvious to like predict. It's gonna be the exact same team against Tottenham because that's all we have. The only change could be Achampong coming in at right back, the really tall young kid that made his debut against Tottenham there in the last 10 minutes. And I would like him to play, but purely because set pieces, you guys are a problem, and I want to get the extra height in the team. But also, I think Kudus is a lot more direct and he's got a lot more energy and strength in his game than Son had. Yeah. And Son is quite a frail kind of guy these days. He's kind of dropped off. He's disintegrating.
Yes.
He's evaporating. Yeah. He's not the same Son that he was a few years ago.
No.
It's a lot easier to deal with Son on the wing these days when he should be up front than it is Kudus. Kudus is on it.
As we know, because Son won me £100 from Tobes when he did not win the Golden Boot. He did not even get within 10 goals of
I know
Haaland.
we brought up Tobes a lot, but Tobes is a very sneaky guy. When it bets, football genius, Madison. Basuma's better than Caicedo. Doherty's better than Reece James. Yeah. Richarlison, he wanted him. He's a flop.
Yeah.
We have to check notes with this brother. We need to community note him, on Twitter. Because my L's get brought up. Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Lukaku, loads.
He takes a lot of L's that go under the radar.
Yeah, they do go under the radar.
That's the thing. So yeah, like...
And if Arsenal win the league, is Dan Potts taking an L on Arteta?
Yeah,
we might have to run up.
This is exactly. We're gonna have to bring that up. Listen, he's gonna take an L. Whether if they win, he takes an L on Arteta. If they lose, he takes an L because they didn't win.
Facts.
So he's taking an L regardless. But yeah, with Kudus, like we was playing Paqueta on the left, which at first was weird, but it kind of worked. Like him and Emerson created a really good. I mean, they're close, they're friends.
Yeah.
And they had a really good like link up, a good relationship. And then you had like Bowen up front. This is when Antonio was out, and you had like Kudus on the right.
Yeah.
And then I think Ward-Prowse sometimes playing that 10 but you had this fluidity with Kudus, Bowen, and Paqueta where it's not like, okay, Kudus is out and out just on that right, bombing in, and they would interchange and switch, and it worked. They had this freedom. And yeah, like with Paqueta in the middle and Kudus at the left, I don't know, man. Like
there's too many left footers.
Yeah, there is.
So I feel like Paqueta's best position is in the 10. I feel like Kudus' best position is off the right, cutting in and taking shots, and Bowen on that right, cutting in and taking shots. You don't really have a left, and even Cornet is left-footed.
Yeah, but he is. So he doesn't play.
He doesn't play.
He doesn't play. So even if you had if we had another left back, say if we put Johnson at left back and we put Emerson on the left wing,
okay,
I could do that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to just shoehorn players in different positions to fit in everyone, so Antonio can be up front.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the problem. But what annoys me is that we're a counter-attacking team that don't counter-attack as a team. Do you know what I mean? So we're not good at it. We're not good at counter-attacking. That's
crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's mad.
I always say we're a team this season that have scored goals, but we're not clinical.
Yeah. It's so frustrating because when you think your whole system, your whole team is based around counter-attacking, yet we get the ball, Kudus is away up the pitch, he's got 3-4 defenders around him, and no one is anywhere in sight for him to pass the ball off to.
Yeah.
So what is the point of counter-attacking? What is the point of being a counter-attacking side?
Yeah.
If that's
how you're going to... there is an art form to counter-attacking.
Yeah.
We saw it at Real Madrid. Of course, this is much higher quality of players, but we saw it at Manchester United under Ferguson with the Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney trio. Obviously, like I said, higher level. But Paqueta, Kudus, and Bowen as a counter-attacking trio, you think of all the little back heels and flicks that are there, the pace... the trickery, the skill, the little nutmegs. You could actually form a very entertaining counter-attacking team.
Yeah, if the three of them flying up front, just the three of them laying the ball off, switching the play up, whatever. But we're defending set pieces. We're not even leaving a man sort of further up the pitch. So if we defend it, head it on, we can counter-attack. Everyone's in the box. And so this is the thing. If you are primarily a counter-attacking team, this is what you should be good at. This is what you should be better at than nearly anyone else in the league.
Yeah.
But we're not. And we just... we're so slow. I know we got one of the oldest teams in the league, but it's just that's what's painful to watch. Like I don't mind. I'm not when people say, "Oh, I want better football." I don't necessarily need to have like dominating possession.
You're not saying De Zerbi try you like build up play
I
excessive.
want. So to me, what is exciting to me is getting the ball
Tempo
up. Yeah, exactly. Just getting up that pitch as quick as possible, progressing the ball, forward play. Right. Whether I don't care whether it's more direct balls or it's just quick passes that's progressing the ball, but it's not this sideways backwards passing. That's what kills it. And you can get your possession up like that.
Yeah.
And it's just boring.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want to see is us be a more direct team that's just trying to progress the ball, just trying to get that end to end style of football. But yeah, so that's why I'm just waiting for the season to end and start a new thing. But
I hear that. Do you think you're gonna get something from this game?
I'm 50-50 on the game. Like there's a big part of me that's confident.
Because the Mid6ix going to kick off if you...
Yes.
Because there's no Palace fan right now.
No.
But we have Man United versus Palace. Obviously, we have Brighton are in 3-4. Obviously, our game as well. Newcastle go to Burnley at Turf Moor, 3:00 against a team that need to win. There could be some... There could be some upsets there. There could be some...
Wolves, Man City.
Another one. He better not do nothing.
Yeah, he better.
Listen, don't you dare.
Yeah. If they team right, if they get battered, he gets no smoke. I thank him.
Thank you. I will shake his hand.
If they take points, then he's getting cooked.
He's getting cooked. If you get a draw against Man City or you get a win, you're getting cooked, Dave.
Yeah.
Just know that, Dave.
Just
you're getting cooked.
That. So yeah, that is going to be an episode to watch out for. It's next
Some
week.
playback, by the way, people.
But the reason why, that I'm not confident is because we got like 1 win in 10 or something like that.
Is that the form you're in?
Yeah, we're in terrible
Really?
form.
Wow.
Maybe 2 wins in 15 or something like something mad.
Yeah.
We have barely won. Reason we are where we are is because the start of the season when we was beating Brian was beating you and all of them was picking up them points. We was up there. We was like 4th.
5th, yeah, 4th. Yeah, you were, yeah.
And then we beat Arsenal, away just after Christmas. And we was like, yeah, this is great. Then got slapped up by Fulham, I think, or we got slapped up by Fulham, then beat Arsenal. But after we beat Arsenal, the turn of the year,
right,
terrible.
Arsenal went to Dubai, and you guys didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. I think Moyes took us back to Scotland with the rain and misery.
Glasgow.
Yeah, exactly. So ever since then, man, we've been terrible, and it's only because teams around us have been so inconsistent. We've been able to stay in and around them places still. So we're lucky. Otherwise,
you could be in Brighton's position, which is in the bottom half, just the top end of the bottom half.
That's
Bournemouth have really been chugging along really nicely since Christmas, and they've been doing very well.
Yeah, they're catching up, which is Solanke's been on fire. That's what I mean. We could finish like bottom half.
There's strikers in the market for you though.
Yeah,
I even feel like maybe it's too ambitious. I don't know. It depends on the suitors, but I think Ivan Toney would suit you guys so well as well.
Yeah, well, because I've heard like Arsenal have moved on from Toney.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know about Chelsea. I think Chelsea is the second team that he's linked with that I've heard the links with.
We might not pursue.
Yeah, and it's going to obviously depend. I think I don't know what your financial situation is going to be. If you can, there might be an opportunity there. It's going to be difficult because obviously he's going to have his heart set, and if he can get a team in the Champions League, and maybe Liverpool are going to be like, let's get this Nunez guy out of here and swap him with Tony. I don't know, but if the stars align and there are no options, then maybe that's a player that we could go get him, a Solanke, or look abroad. Let Steidton work his magic, but. Yeah, need to get the new manager in. If it's Lopetegui, I'm underwhelmed.
Yeah, 100%. Well, people, listen, that is Chelsea West Ham. I think we kind of know what the lineups will be. Ward-Prowse is like touch and go for you, but it's going to be one of him, Alvarez, Souček, right, in the midfield.
Yeah.
Two out of the 3.
Two of them, yeah. So I reckon it's probably more likely to be Alvarez, Souček. Emerson's coming back to Chelsea, to the bridge.
And Zuma as well.
Yeah, Zuma did be there. Ogbonna, this is what I'm saying, like, we've got a fairly old back line. Soufal, it's like 30-something.
Wonderful.
Ogbonna's 36.
Mudryk is nice and young, ready to run at him.
Zuma's
ready to run.
Zuma's 29, but he's got the legs of a 40-year-old.
He had the big injury. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised he still like managed to recover from that. That was one of the most painful visual injuries to watch. Like the way that he landed.
See the way he walks after games. Like, it's just...
Even when he lunges for tackles, he still scares me that he's going to do it again. Like, it's sometimes.
The amount of times I see him, like, after a tackle, like, stay on the ground and we're like, oh, God. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
eventually
yeah.
get up. It just takes him a while to get up. Like, he's such a good player, man. But his body's just broken down.
up. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. But, yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Like, but yeah, have to win if we're going to finish above Chelsea.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's all we got to play for.
That's mad.
Europe is done.
That's mad.
We had a good run. We had a good run in
consecutive years. And guys, listen, as you see, right, Lawless, not only is he fantastic on speaking on his club, he's also fantastic at setting up my set, because we needed some tweaks on the settings, on all the cameras. And talk to people about what your potential journey is in the content creation, because the way you just came in here and just boom, 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 all the settings. People don't understand behind the scenes what it took to put this together today. You've upped the quality on everything, bro. You came in here and you was like a technician.
Yeah.
You were like Pochettino.
Yeah, that's it. I was looking at the settings. I'm like, oh my God, you got it on this setting, that setting. Because, obviously I do my thing with cameras.
Yeah.
West Ham Fan TV, I've done the filming and editing for years.
Yeah.
As well as the front of camera. Not just a pretty face.
One of the best pieces of content that will go down history is the Conference League, like, celebrations.
Oh yeah.
It was so just insane just to watch, and your trio of friends, and then like the celebrations on watch alongs were just fucking brilliant.
That was an all timer watch along. That was an all timer. So yeah, man. Like, next season's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
like,
man.
It's gonna be bigger and better things. I think,
100%.
for all of us. So
yeah,
just need to get this season done.
Facts.
Please.
It just needs to end, honestly.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm in that same boat. Regardless of what we do, we need to go on a game run of 5 consecutive wins, which we've never done this season if we have any hope of Europa League. And then we need Newcastle Man United to lose as well. So we're asking for favours, and we need to go on a run.
Is there a miraculous way we could both get Europe? I wonder. Like, if they just lost every game, like Newcastle.
You could finish 7th, I could finish 6th, and we could both be in Europe, but it's not going to happen.
No, it's not. It's not. We can dream. We can dream.
Well, guys, listen, make sure you smash up the likes, make sure you subscribe. Lawless, where should they go to find you? Are you moving mad on Twitter? Are you?
Twitter's the main place if you want to connect with me at the Lawless. I'm trying to use the Instagram thing more, but I'll update you as that comes. But obviously the Mid6ix on playback.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like, listen, we've got to hold that title, really, Mid6ix, because we are mid at the moment.
What a concept, that show.
Yeah, it's a good concept. It's a great show. So what's that? Tuesdays at 12.
Tuesdays at 12, yeah.
Tuesdays at 12. So find me on there with Matisse and Saeed, who it's so good to have you guys on there.
Shamelessness.
Just seeing those two teams on Mid6ix, it's beautiful.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
And real.
Yeah.
Because this is where we deserve to be.
Yeah.
Until further notice.
And Spurs do deserve to be there, and they will be there.
Yes.
Will be
TapInTobs will be on the next episode. He has promised. So,
Can't wait.
guys, links will be in the description for Lawless. Make sure you smash up the likes. Make sure you subscribe here. Hopefully, you keep seeing the increasing quality, and on my next stream as well, you may see it, because we're actually understanding the settings now.
Yep.
It's insane. You said a lot of words today.
Yeah, I was throwing stuff out.
Guys, just to tell you how much I do not know what I'm doing. He goes onto the PC and he's saying, "Yeah, you need to reboot the
update the graphics card drive."
Never done that once. Imagine.
Yeah, he hadn't even logged into the app where you do that.
The nerds will be smashing their keyboards and dashing their mouses out their windows. I've never updated the graphics card once.
No,
crazy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now it's done. So.
Now it's done. So moving up in the world. So yeah, guys, smash up the like, subscribe, big up your damn selves, and we'll see you next time. In a bit, people. Peace.
La 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 la